It is 10 a.m. and we are entering into our 10 a.m. meeting as we welcome everyone to the African Trade Network. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Do we have any visitors today? We'll get right into uh, our conversation. But first of all, I want to say we miss our sister Liba. She's out right now, recovering. We want to just put her in our prayers. She is our facilitator for our 10 a.m. meeting. I am standing in for her today. My name is Alicia Rochelle. I am the president of the African Trade Network for the United States chapter. And I am so happy to be here today, missing my sister Liba. So everyone shout out to Sister Liba with love and please reach out to her. Okay, let's introduce or have uh, Franklin Marshall, the founder, CEO, the head of our African Trade Network, our fearless leader, keeping his same countenance wherever he goes. So appreciative of you, Franklin. Please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about African Trade Network and how we're entering back into 2023.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you for being the host today. This is African Trade Network, and we are so excited about African Trade Network and the things that we are working on and aspiring to do for the future of our members and future members that will be coming on. African Trade Network is here to help businesses develop and grow their businesses and do business in Africa, from Africa to America to America to Africa, to create that symbiotic relationship between the two continents. And we are so happy that you are here today to be a part of our African Trade Network. And we look forward to working together with you and growing your business to its highest height. Thank you.
Thank you, Franklin. Oh, yes, we are definitely interested in growing your business. We're so excited. Oh, my goodness, to have our president from Africa on the line today. I have missed him so much, and I'm so glad that he's here today. Brother James, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about who you are and why we are so glad to have you with the African Trade Network as our president for the African chapter, please?
Jambo. So Jambo means hello. I hope you're all doing well. Happy New Year. We haven't spoken at least this year. I am so glad to be here on this platform. I've had a wonderful time during December, and then the first part of January, I got a chance to travel to Zanzibar, and I hope all of you have heard of Zanzibar. It's a beautiful island in Tanzania, very historical, and it's known around the world. So yeah, James Mwangamba is my name. I'm so glad to be president of the African Trade Network. I'm here to serve you guys with whatever interest you may have for Africa. You know, Africa is where China was 25 years ago. Lots of opportunities here. I know you might have had some discouraging things and stuff about Africa, but let me tell you something. Africa is amazing. It's blooming, and you know, it's just full of opportunities. And I'm here to serve and to guide and to help and to assist. And I want to welcome all of you, you know, wholeheartedly to do business with Africa, and let's move the word forward. Asante sana, meaning thank you very much. That's Swahili. Swahili is the most widely spoken language in Africa. I mean, like, more countries in Africa speak Swahili than any other country. So when you want to come down here, you better know some Swahili to get around more.
You are always dropping jewels, Brother James. I appreciate you so much. Asante.
Oh,
What was it?
you got it right. You got it right. Yes. Congratulations, Asante. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited for just this interaction with United States and Africa as we just continue to find out the different ways where we can connect and network and learn from each other. It's so important that we're doing that, learning as we grow. I have next on our panel here, Brother Eris Edgerly. Please tell us about your connection with the African Trade Network. We're so happy to have you as well. You always have great ideas and ask those good questions. So, you know, we need that as we have our body and continue to grow. We need people to ask those questions and to be able to kind of push the envelope, to push things forward. So we thank you for being part of the African Trade Network. Please tell us a bit about yourself.
Greetings. It's always a pleasure myself to be, in this international surface. Of course, always growing up, it was a stigma about Africa, with our late night TV shows and everything with the flies around our children and everybody begging for money, but always had the passion to find out more and being more involved. I didn't know how, but now I have the chance with the African Trade Network to build relationship with the motherland, and very interested in figuring out more and how I can continue to work with the African Trade Network with my passion and my endeavors to help grow, people in Africa and those that are coming to the United States. Most, I would say, at least 55% of the tech industry was international. So as the tech industry closes, a lot of people from international waters got to go home because the tech companies no longer have them hired. So they were here on a work visa, so now they have to go home. So it's a chance for us, as Black businesses to step up now, and those that are from our hometown to see how we can hire them and make them a part of our network. That way they ain't got to go home. Or if they want to, they can, but we'll find a way for them to stay through us. So it's a trade now where we can step up with Black businesses here through the African Trade Network to those that need to work visas, figure out a way to keep them here.
Yes, that is beautiful how that can all come together as we learn more and work together closer. We can figure out ways that will make sense and, get around some loopholes, things that people have not maybe considered. So as long as we stick together and brainstorm and learn how the systems are working, we can make it happen. Thank you for that. I have my brother, my fellow media compadre, Kenneth Johnson on the line. Please, Ken, share what you do here at the ATN, African Trade Network, and a little bit about yourself. Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Ken Johnson, and my background is in community. I'm a community activist, I'm a photographer, and I produce TV programs. And what my goal and is in working with the African Trade Network is to set up a community, smart cities or build roads.
Community development.
Over there, community development over there. But what I do here is produce programs, TV programs. That's what my MO is. But I'm a community advocate and for the community type person all my life. Been trying to, do things in the community. and what I see is my thing with the African Trade Network here in America to help it grow is to work with Franklin and doing a TV program about Festa, but where he talks about Festa in the books, and an educational type program that could be used in each community, like, you know, where you're teaching kids how to read and stuff like that. But he could tell you more about that. But my aim would be to train people to have their own crew, wherever the franchise is, or that community. Just like when we go over there to Oakland, when I go over there to work with you, with those people over there, yeah, I'm gonna have a little crew. They're gonna have their own crew. So when we leave, you know, they'll be able to produce their own programs over the Festa TV channel. You know, and we could spotlight. We could spotlight, you know, each, you know, coffee shop as we go along. You know, and we didn't set up a thing where they can sell coffee and then do a little TV program at the same time. And maybe one day one of those little kids would be like a Spike Lee or somebody, you know. Because with the cell phones, you don't really need that much now. You got everything right there. I mean, people don't realize what that cell phone is. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and before, when I was at Channel 9, the videotape was 2 inches thick. 2 inches thick, and I remember when television changed from black and white to color. You know, and then, I mean, the cameras used to be huge. You guys know that. And now the camera is your cell phone. I'm telling you, we blessed. We blessed. You know, we could do a lot of stuff with the people we got. I mean, the people we know. I mean, it's just, you know, see that big building behind me? That lovely young lady right there. Hey, we need to be, you know, planning and being constructing buildings like that. We got the knowledge and the people. We can start slow. We'll start slow, just like we starting right now. But it's a hell of an opportunity we all have to be in on this groundbreaking organization and what it can do. We already got a hookup with Africa. We're already trading. They're on the air right now. Mm-hmm. You know, who else doing something as constructive as that?
You know, I like to add to you if I could.
From Africa already pretty soon we'll be getting clothes and jewelry and all that to set up the shop. Because once you set up the shop, you got to have more stuff in there than coffee and donuts. You know, there's a Festa depot. That's a depot.
Oh, yeah. I like to add to what you were saying, because this is Black History Month.
Yeah.
They're bringing out all the inventors of us of color that have been an intricate part on a lot of the inventions that are here in America.
Right.
And if we really be mindful, because I'm learning myself how powerful we are.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
I believe our counterparts work so heavily on shutting us down, because we have brilliant minds. We have brilliant individuals that have created a lot of things that the nation, this world actually utilizes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got that right. And I wanted to tell our heirs, hey man, I came across a video, that videotape, I forgot all about it, man, with you and the trying to help the brothers in the prisons. Remember we went up to the 7th, I mean, you know, the video. Man, you was preaching. The first time I saw you preach was when I played the thing back. I had misplaced it. I didn't know where it was, but I was looking for something else. And I said, damn, my man is you're a pretty good preacher, man. The Lord touched him. He was preaching, boy. It wasn't no fake. This was from the heart, man. So we got some dynamic people all trying to help. We all, if you look at that, we're trying to be an asset. We ain't talking about robbing no bank or nothing, you know, or selling no dope. We talking about doing something positive. This is great. You know?
That's right. That is so right.
You're great. The noise is a little high here, so it's a little hard to hear. Sure, everything's going well, thank you. And I am gearing up for our Podcar solar transportation system to be introduced into a city in Africa and several others in Asia, and also a potential mining project that's coming our way. So things are gearing up, and I'll have more to tell in a couple of weeks. We're having a big meeting a week from now, so I'll keep you posted. Our engineering, meanwhile, is moving apace, and we're keeping on top of things. Thanks for asking.
May I ask a question?
Wow, that's
May I
big.
ask a question, Mr. Ron? I don't want to have my mouth on everything, but we just had several more solar system panels put on top of our house, but we don't have the battery. Did your company handle that? Batteries and the hookup and everything?
Well, I was doing commercial projects up until a few years ago. Now I'm focused strictly on taking solar systems and running them continuously along the streets in a canopy. And I'll show you. Well, actually, if I stop my video, you can see a picture of it right there. You see there?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have to reach too far. We have a website coming up in a week or two. So what happens is that along the street continuously, there's a canopy. You only have to put in a post every 50 or 100 feet. And then that means that the street is kept free. You don't have to, cut away for months and years like you do with a commercial system that would either be underground like a metro or on grade like a light rail. And this is not a monorail either, like you saw, well, we had many years ago in Seattle, there was a monorail. This system has small cars that are geared to the same approach that we take when we get in a taxi. You have your phone, you take the phone in your hand, you stay where you want to get on the system, and you'll find the nearest station. Then you tell it where you want to go. It'll find your destination station, and boom, you're there. And it goes nonstop from origin to destination because it's a switch network rather than a corridor, which just has a bunch of finite stations. And you see, normally with a train, you have to, or a bus, you have to stop every time to pick up people. This doesn't work like that. You get a small number of people, just like you do in an automobile or a taxi, and you go zoom over there. And it also does not go on a schedule. You miss the bus by 1 minute, you have to wait 29 minutes. No, the vehicle is coming to you at that station. So by the time you get to the station walking 5 minutes, it's there for you. It has your name on it. You jump on board and off you go.
So you telling me you getting ready to eliminate Uber?
No, we're going to buy them out and we'll use them for the last mile. But otherwise, no. The problem with Uber is that it's just, and the same thing with automated vehicles. Everybody's big about autonomous vehicles. I got news for you. They are still cars. And when you look at the pavement on the street, look right outside the window there, or I look at your background, so much of what you see behind you there, Gwen, is parking garages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know? So
what is it that you travel on?
So say it again.
So the travel on. What does the thing travel? Does it travel on the ground?
No. See here, if you look closely, you'll see the cabin right there. See that white thing in the middle? I'll send you a link to our website and to our on the chat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say two things. Gwen, did you get your question answered, or do you have a resource for Gwen, Ron, or what she asked?
As far as getting the panel back.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, if you go to my website about, I built a number of houses recently in Montana, and we built them, blacktailsolarhomes.com. Sorry about that, Gwen. We are building houses with these solar arrays, but we hired somebody else to do them. This is up in Montana. And on that website, you can learn about how we do it solar. There's a hub that you buy when you install the solar system, and that hub will allow you to connect batteries and everything else. It's very clever. And
So
we use the
Well,
brand
well-
Solar Edge.